Well, this thing's out of the workshop. I took it a little while ago and went over to my aunt's place with it to give this thing a test run, and it ran half an hour or so mowing fairly heavy grass, and it quit. Either the coil quit or the points and condenser quit. One or the other. It started missing really bad and it shut right off, and I left it sitting there for 10 minutes or so and it started right up again, and I jumped on it and it ran 5 or 10 minutes and then it started missing really bad again and quit. So I just went in and took the magnetron unit off the old 8 horse and put it on this engine, and we're going to give it a try. I'd like to see how well this does run. Hopefully this will be a good test for it here. It sounded promising when I was over there to my aunt's. It seemed to work good until it quit. So I'm going to set you guys down and we'll film model this. bad. Don't see a lot of oil smoke coming out of that thing. Put a load on it here. See what happens. Yeah, she smokes a little. Try her again. Yeah, popping a little smoke. That's not terrible, I guess. Not too terrible at all, I guess. Jumping's that other engine. If I'd left that idle in here, I'd been just chooching the smoke right out of her. Bad. The only time that other one cleared up is if you opened the throttle right up on it. If you were actually mowing and going along at a higher, got the engine revved up, you didn't see any smoke coming out of it. But when you brought it down to an idle like that, it just friggin' chooched her right out. So that engine ain't bad. It runs pretty smooth. If it doesn't consume mass quantities of oil, I'm probably just gonna leave it on there. Because like I said, the rest of this thing was worn out too, pretty bad. But we are going to do a video. I am going to do a video. I'm going to dismantle that 8-horse engine and see just how bad that thing's wore out. That would be pretty neat to see. It'd be really neat to see, actually. But yeah, I mean, I think this motor's probably healthy enough. Let's see how much oil we used here in just a little bit of time. Yeah, jeepers. Did that use that much oil in that short a time? Get it setting a little more level here. Yeah, might have used a little bit. Geez, the oil's awful black in it already. Well, probably will change the oil in it again. Let's give her a hot restart here and see how she starts. Yeah. Yeah, I puffed a pretty good cloud of smoke out of it when I started it. So, I guess that ain't the end of the world. Well, I'm going to finish mowing this, I guess, before it rains. So, I'm going to let you guys go. Have a good one. Bye-bye. Well, there. I finished mowing my lawn. I mowed all of my lawn tonight with this and some of my aunt's lawn. So right now I've used about a half a tank of gas, maybe a little more, and I just dumped about 4 ounces of oil in it. It did lower something on the oil, so by the time I was done mowing my lawn, it was smoking pretty good. It's actually still a little bit low on oil, so yeah, probably this thing's gonna be an oil burner too. But I will say one thing. This engine's got a lot better compression, and it starts a whole lot better than that 8 horsepower engine did. That 8 horse engine was getting really tired at the end of it. Didn't have very much compression. But this one works pretty good. I don't, you know, obviously it ain't rated for as much horsepower as that other one was. And it shows that it's a smaller displacement engine. You get, the grass was fairly heavy out back here when I was mowing, and it lugs her down a little bit compared to that machine. And you put that thing in, you know, 6-inch grass don't even affect that thing hardly. But overall, I think this will be alright. I'm going to probably take the rest of this, I'm going to take them wiring harnesses off there for the electric start, just to kind of clean it up a little bit. And probably I'm just going to keep right on running this old engine, probably until it gets as bad as that one was. And probably by that time, this thing will be ready to go in the bone pile. This whole thing is worn pretty bad. It's amazing how much. I was mowing out there. It's kind of rough out here in my backyard, and I noticed how bad the deck clangs and bangs on it when you're going over bumps, because, you know, geez, everything's all freaking loose. You know, that machine over there is pretty tight compared to this one. But oh well. I've had a lot of fun with this old machine right here. I've mowed a lot of grass with this friggin' thing. A lot of grass. I bet in the last 10 years, I bet I've put over 300 hours on this machine in the last 10 years. Maybe even more than that. I used to take this down to the Historical Society here in town and mow that grass down there, and that lawn down there was as big as my lawn is. So for probably until about 2020 or 2021, this thing mowed my lawn plus that one down there at least once a week. So it got used quite a lot. And I have, you know, I have nothing bad to say about Snapper rear engine riders. These are a great little machine. This one has most certainly outlived its useful lifetime by a long time. I mean, obviously it's had repairs done to it over the years. I rebuilt the mandrel in the deck about 10 years ago. I replaced the differential, I don't know, 6-7 years ago, and that differential was probably high hours that I put in there, but it was out of an extra tough machine, so it probably fared a little better because of that. But yeah, gotta love these old things. I'll tell you what, I wish this one was in as good a shape as that one was in over there, because in all actuality, I actually like this one better to mow with. The seat sets back further on this one, and it's actually a little more comfortable to ride on. But, well, I suppose I ought to let you guys go. It's been a long day for me, and I'll talk to you guys later on, I guess. This has been a fun little project. Probably the next project I'll film will probably be dismantling that old 8 horse engine that's sitting over there in the corner. We'll take a look at that and evaluate that, and we'll see how bad that thing's worn out. I'm really curious to see just what it looks like. So stay tuned, and eventually I'll get set up in here and we'll tear that down. So you all have a good evening, and if I'm not mistaken, this is Father's Day weekend. So if there's any dads watching out there, happy Father's Day. Bye bye.